I don't understand that white people are angry, or let me not say white people, like some white people are angry that black people are not working on their farm, that black Americans are not working on their farm. Are black Americans supposed to be working on their farm? I don't know. Are black Americans supposed to be working on their farm? That some white folks are angry that those cheap pays that they normally give to immigrants, right now they were supposed to be giving it to black Americans, and black Americans are not working on their farm. It's not adding up. I don't know. People that built the country that you're staying should stoop so low and work in your farm. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credit belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And honestly, a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. With that being said, let's go watch. I'll be back with commentaries.
You're not going to believe this. I saw that someone on Twitter were saying, the white farmers on Twitter were saying that when they had all these mass deportations, that they just automatically thought that they were going to send the black people to work their farms. The black farmers who had already lost their farms, and just, other black people, because they needed the help and they wanted the government to send them, I guess, criminals so they can work on their farms, so they can keep their farms. Because, me keeping my farm and not caring about you and giving you low wages, that's just the American dream, right? Stop it. Y'all need to stop this. This is just totally ridiculous. Little Johnny, little Susie, all the ones that you're paying all this money because you've gotten all this government money for free. You need to go get them out of college, which is what they used to do in the olden days. Get them out of college, get them out of their little jobs, and get them working that farm on the weekend. There you go. See, I fixed it for you.
Wait, you mean to tell me Americans don't want to pick lettuce for $2 an hour? No. Now the farmers are crying because they can't find any workers. Ain't that something? After you pushed out all of the immigrant workers who actually did the job, now you're standing around wondering why Chet and Kaylee won't come pick your cabbage in 100-degree weather for $4.75 and a Capri Sun? Y'all really thought folks were going to jump at the chance to break their backs for pennies on a dollar. But you know what's even funnier, y'all? Some of these farmers say the American workers they do get, they don't even last the whole damn day. One guy said somebody walked off by lunch, and honestly, I support it. Listen, I wouldn't be out there picking strawberries and fighting bees and being dehydrated just so that farmer could sell those strawberries for $12.99 a box at Whole Foods. Negative. See, they've been telling you this lie for years. They took our jobs. Nah, Americans, you didn't want those jobs. You just didn't want them to have the jobs either. Now look at you, a field full of crops and not a soul to pick them. Next time, think twice before turning labor into a culture war. Because now, it's just you and your own damn tomatoes.
It's not gonna happen. During his campaign speeches, Trump kept bringing up black jobs. He talked about immigrants taking jobs that were supposed to go to black Americans. Now, think about that. What he really meant was, get rid of immigrants and black folks will take those low-paying jobs instead. But here is the thing, that logic is outdated. That stereotype is dead. Trump and his supporters thought that once they deport immigrants, especially the ones working on farms or in low-wage labor, black people would come running to pick up the slack. But what they didn't realize is that today's black America is not the same as what they kept imagining. Black folks are now educated. They've got degrees. They are doctors, pharmacists, managers, teachers, entrepreneurs. They're not about to line up for $11 an hour farm work under harsh conditions, just because Trump thinks they should. And here's where it gets ironic. Some of these very same farmers who backed Trump, they're the ones now struggling to find workers. They thought deporting immigrants would free up jobs for black folks. But black folks aren't going. They want that this would happen, and here we are. So I pulled together a bunch of TikTok clips and videos that break this whole thing down, people talking about what's happening now and what's coming next. Watch them closely, and when the clips are done, I'll be back to unpack it all and help us to understand the bigger picture behind this mess. Shout out and credits to all original creators whose videos are featured in this video. Let's get into it.
They're basically offering $11 an hour to pick blueberries, 9 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week, from May to July in Louisiana heat. Now, I never heard of Laranger, so I decided to look it up real quick. So here's some info. And just so you know, my source is this website called places.us.com. So anyway, livability is a C-. Population is less than 6,000. Demographics is almost 91% white, followed by Black, then Hispanic, then Indian, then Asian, and pretty much zero Hawaiian. I saw that they voted Republican in 2020, but it probably doesn't take a genius to guess how they voted in 2024. So that's just to give you a little info about the town. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So $11 an hour is what they're offering. Full-time, 7 days a week, 9 to 10 hours a day. Now, according to salary.com, Louisiana's minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. So this is a bump. But let's be real. Now, for some people, they might say, oh, it's a job. Go work it. It's a job. But it's not a job, It's more like a sentence. And then when you look at who they expect to take these jobs, you don't have to guess. It's a page straight out of history. Black folks, migrant workers, the ones who are currently facing deportation right now. Vulnerable communities getting used for back-breaking labor for pennies. But people are saying this is what they voted for.
Let's see how many people from America is going to take the spot. And
hold on, so let me get this straight. The white farmers in Louisianans, they're mad because people of color won't come work on their farms for $11 an hour in 100-degree heat for 10 plus hours a day. Let me run that back. White farmers are mad. The very farmers that voted Republican, okay, they voted for this, are mad that people of color won't come work on their farms for $11 an hour in 100-degree heat for 10 plus hours a day. I'm saying you get what you ask for. Hey, it's FAFO type shit, okay? But hey, don't be fooled. I feel like it's gonna come to a point where they're finna make people get on their farms. Don't count me to it. Because if 2025 was a checklist, hey.
I saw some of these TikToks, and they said that on Twitter, farmers were saying that they thought after the workers were deported that Black people would come to work on their farms.
So I need everybody who watched that Biden-Trump debate, I need y'all to the front. For everyone who seems to act like they don't understand what Black jobs are and were, let me explain. See, there were jobs that we used to do in America for free. And after, being free as slaves, we started doing those jobs for bare minimum wages. But now, fortunately, for all of the wealthy, they don't have to pay us those low wages. They found people to replace us doing those jobs who will get paid less than what we did. America has taken on the desperation of some people, lowered the wage, never raised the minimum wage, and pay people to do a little less than what they were paying the Black people to do those jobs. Many times, those people are undocumented, so they are paying them even less. So let's not act like there's no such thing as replacing Black workers, because that's all that he's saying. Now they're saying that Black people don't want to work, can't pass the drug test. They want to be on welfare. They don't want the jobs. They use all of those excuses to justify other people doing those jobs that were predominantly held by Black people for less. So when you continue to perpetuate the propaganda that this is not happening, You're part of the problem. And if you still don't understand, let me explain. In my community, I live in a predominantly black community. My local grocer has replaced all of those black people who held those jobs with undocumented, many times, or documented people who have come over. There are many chain restaurants who no longer hire black people, but instead hire other people, the people who are coming over, to do those jobs. So please don't act like this doesn't exist. I challenge you to go to your local stores, look around, chain restaurants, grocery stores, all over, and look around at how the melanated faces have disappeared. But you have a good day. If you agree or disagree, leave me a comment and tell me why or why not.
I'm a black homesteader. Of course, I had to purchase 46 acres of land to give honor to my ancestors who didn't get their 40. I'm a black homesteader. Of course, I have cattle and other livestock, and I'm teaching myself farming due to systemic racism and black people only owning 1% of farmland in the US. I'm a black homesteader. Of course, people ask me why I chose Montana. Duh. We tried that already, don't you remember? Do you know one of the largest lawsuits in U.S. history was the USDA discriminating against black farmers? Do you think it's just a coincidence that we own only 1% of farmland today? It's all because of your people. So no, I prefer black homesteaders. Read a history book.
As a black farmer, it is hilarious when I hear white farmers complain about how they're losing their government subsidies and how they can't support their farms. My farm is closing down. You know, y'all acting just like a hoe acts like when their sugar daddy moves away, you know. You start crying because he don't leave that light bill money on the freaking nightstand he used to, huh? No, stop crying. Stop bitching. Your people have had centuries of a head start on black farmers. And yet, for some reason, every other video that I see on damn Farm Talk, you know, the farm side of freaking TikTok, I'm seeing white farmers bitching, whining, and complaining. Excuse me, my people couldn't even read at one point. So why in the hell am I doing less bitching than you? You've been given everything. Imagine being so privileged that you're sitting on stolen land crying, "Daddy government, come save me. I can't afford to pay for my stolen land." Damn!
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for watching to this point. And honestly, if I said I really do not understand, I truly do not understand, because the last time I checked, you won't expect a black American person to come and accept those your cheap pay that you normally pay to immigrants. Yeah, you voted for this and you voted for immigrants to live as well. So black Americans should not be your problem. Like, they should not be the reason why you should not farm. We have black farmers as well, if I am not wrong. And I have not seen some of those black farmers coming online to cry. If you check in the last clip that I actually rolled out for you guys, where you literally see this black farmer saying, he don't even know why white farmers are crying. Why are they crying? Because he is also a farmer and he is trying to do his thing the way he should do it. So why are they always coming online crying, soliciting for funds and looking for cheap workers that will come work for them? You know, the funniest part of some of these white folks is that they will use their hand and create the system that will literally destroy them, and later on they'll be looking for black people to come and stand in place or to come and rescue them, in quotes. And that is why whenever they see black success or black joy, it pains a lot of them so much. Like, a lot of them cannot even deal with it. A lot of them cannot even cope that black people are succeeding. You personally voted, you sang, you jumped, you shouted, you hallowed that illegal immigrants should go. Forgetting that these same illegal immigrants are the people that are working on your farm for $10, $20 per hour. Forgetting that these same illegal immigrants are the people that you can literally give jobs to that will put enough money in your pocket. Forgetting that these same illegal immigrants are the reason why you are always transacting with different countries, exporting, importing, doing businesses. But the moment the orange man told you guys that we want illegal immigrants to go, you were so happy and you voted because the orange man never lied. He never lied. Everything he said was what he was literally doing. He said he will push out illegal immigrants. And yes, and do not get me wrong, I'm not in support of all of these illegal immigrants, right? I'm not in support of that. You guys know me already from the beginning of this channel. In fact, if you're illegal, I always say this, try your possible best to make your stay legal, because that is the only thing that I owe you to advise you, right? Now, you choose that illegal immigrants should go. Illegal immigrants has finally left, or ICE have finally been whooping their ass. And now you people are relying on Black Americans. You were thinking that Black Americans will come work, so you took it to your Twitter to be tweeting that Black Americans are supposed to come to take those jobs. And why are they not coming to take those jobs? People that built the country you're staying, people that make you to be enjoying what you're enjoying. You think it's just going to be easy like that for them to just come and take there's this thing that the Bible said. It said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Honestly. And I will keep saying this. The only person that understands the system of America and how America work are Black people, because they're the only ones that can navigate it freely. So, newsflash, Black people are not coming to take the job. Black Americans are not coming to take the job. In fact, don't even expect me to come take the job. Instead of me coming to take that job, to put money in your pocket, I'd rather remain broke. Yeah, I'd rather remain broke. I'd rather work for a Black American person free of charge. Yes, that is the level where I am right now, because you saw everything that was literally going to happen, and you still choose to vote. You still choose to do what you know how to do just because of skin color, right? So enjoy what the karma is literally bringing to your doorstep. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in at this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.